Hello and welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel where we review and discuss all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. How are you guys doing? I'm doing well. Hope you guys are doing the same. Well, you see what we have before us, and yep, this is a little bit different than I normally do things. Meaning I usually lead off with whatever we're going to review with the packaging. This go round, I opted to not get packaging. This is the Haolonggood Dilophosaurus pair, and yep, they come in a pair. Usually, Haolonggood will show you two versions of a species, but they're the same sculpt. They're just different paint apps. This time it's a genuine bona fide pair. They're in different positions, and they have different paint apps. And their Haolonggood, still remaining consistent, has two versions of the couple. So they're in two different paint schemes, which leads me to the next thing I want to say. You see what I've got going right here. The seller I got this from sent me the wrong paint schemes. I actually opted for the more colorful one. The Dilophosaurus that is in a squatting position was of a more greenish or like blue-greenish hue. And the standing was also a different color. The crazy thing is, I believe the squatting one was supposed to represent a female, but it looked as if it were more colorful than the male. But the male's crest seemed to be more pronounced and colorful with that other version. These two are basically both brownish. They just have different designs, and we'll see that when we go close up. Yeah, I ended up with the wrong colors. I don't know if that was on their end or I didn't pay attention when I clicked. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. This is what I got right now. So they still look good, and they're nice. They don't cost that much, so if it really bothers me, I'll just order the other set. You know what I'm saying? And it'll still be all good. Anyway, real quick, I'm going to show you how they come when you don't order the bona fide packaging. They come in this. I'll put it back here so you can see better. Styrofoam, basically the same thing that would be inside the packaging, inside the box, only now it sans the box. So yeah, you remove that, and yeah, they would just be depressed into that structure right there. So that is what it is. You already see, like I said, first glance, two different poses. They're a couple. Looks very, very nice. No matter what the color scheme is, this looks like a crazy, just a nice. It's a nice set pairs. I kind of sort of wish that we would get pairs similar to this more often, whether it be couples or parent, juvenile, or infant couples. Either or would be very nice to get. We're getting it this time courtesy of Haolonggood, so that is great. There is one thing, and I will address it later on in the review. I want you guys to just lock in how these two Dilophosaurs are posed. Okay, I want you to just think about that, and then we will revisit that point a little bit later. You'll all will become clear a little bit later. A little bit about Dilophosaurus. It existed in the early Jurassic. It was about 23 feet long. Dilophosaurus means double-crested lizard because of the dual crests on its head. We have no idea about the frill thing. I think that's just Jurassic franchise stuff. It was, when it was when it was basically created. I think they used collared lizard DNA to fill in some of the gaps, and we definitely don't know anything about whether or not it's spat poison. We do know that they look like this. They have a few relatively complete skeletons. I saw one myself, an illustration, not an illustration, a photo of one. And yeah, they have a very good idea of what Dilophosaurus look like. And like I said, they're about 23 feet long. These models right here measure just under 8 inches, about 7.8 if you go by the specifications. And if you do your estimation calculations, that comes out to just under 23 feet, like 22.75. So this is right there in scale at the 135 point. So that is, that is pretty cool. We'll see a little bit later how large they appeared to a human being. And that should be interesting too. Another thing that's interesting is at just 23 feet long and being the shape, you see how slender they are, that you could tell that they were pretty quick. Obviously they were predators. But at 23 feet long during their time, during their existence, believe it or not, they were the largest terrestrial carnivores. They were the largest land-faring meat eaters. And but that tells you how early in the Jurassic that was during that time. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. So we're going to take a look at both of them individually and see what's what. So we'll start with the male, and you can see we've got him on the rotating base and giving you a 360-degree view of him. I'm assuming this is the male because I'm going by the other pair, the other color scheme, and it looks like that the standing Dilophosaur would be the male. So that's how I'm going to play it. That the walking Dilophosaurus is the male of this couple. Anyhow, you see the paint scheme there. It's brownish, like a very light brown. It's got the darker brown stripes throughout from the neck on down to almost to the end of the tail. The tail is going to end in a more solid color. We'll actually investigate that when we get the male up close. You see the coloration on the crest. Haolonggood chose to make these models lipless, so the teeth are hanging out of their respective mouths, and the jaws are not articulated. So that's unfortunate that we don't get any articulation there, but that happened a few times. Haolonggood doesn't seem to, they keep it safe when their models are kind of small. They're, I should say, they're theropods. They just, they don't mess around with the articulated jaws, and that's pretty cool. The nature of this set being a couple, and primarily because the female is crouching, is squatting, sitting down, it gives off, to me, it suggests that they're not hunting, they're just, they're cool chilling is what they're doing. So I'm cool with them not being able to articulate their jaws and open their mouths because they are killing. A lot of times we get caught up with these models and action figures as well, and we treat the meat eaters like they're monsters when in fact they are animals. They're not just always trying to kill something. They're not always trying to take something out, So we need to remember that on occasion. Anyway, enough of me pontificating. Let's get the male off and check him out closer up. All right, here we have our male Dilophosaurus up close, and you see the head is in a, kind of like looking up type of pose. When we get to the female, she's kind of looking up too. So I don't know if they're meant to be looking up at something. I could not tell you if that's what the case is supposed to be, or if what Haolonggood is trying to demonstrate is like when they walk, they may have they may have held their heads up high for all we know. You know what I'm saying? But either way, that's what's going on. Take a look at the head a little bit closer as I turn it profile, and you see the crest has got that nice orange kind of visage, and there's some black striping going on. You can see the teeth, as I stated earlier, hanging out the mouth. This is lipless. You got the nice eyes there going on. Haolonggood made sure to emphasize. You can see the nostrils, which is great. You love that. And the eyes are basically white. They're small, so I can tell because I was able to take a closer look with black pupils. Looks nice. You've got that orange is going down partially to the neck, and you've got some spines going down right down the middle of the neck there. They look very nice to me. The crest, taking a look at the crest, you see the different colorations in there, the darker colorations. Look at the top there, looks cool. The front visage, as you can see, very, very nice. And going down, like I said, this is the other version that they're both brownish. You'll see in a second what I'm talking about. Like I said, they're still nice though. Going down the forelimbs, you see the three fingers and the claws painted black. The arms are painted brown. They've got like light striping at the top there, but then when you get down to below the elbow, they start to darken up, kind of like a gray, as you can see there. And then when we go further down, some nice, you see that right leg is being pushed off on right there, and you see the stretching skin at the front of the thigh there, as well as on the back. See some nice folds and wrinkles. And then you could see there at the hind limb, it goes the same thing like with the forelimb. It gets darker when you get below the, we'll call it the ankle. That second joint is considered an ankle joint, which is just crazy because of how high up it is. But they have their own anatomy, physiology, so it is what it is. But you see it gets darker, and then of course the claws painted black. And if you look carefully there on the left leg, you could see the dew claw. It's really sculpted tight to the leg there, but it is there. And then we go down, see if we get cloaca. Oh yeah, we get one even. We get a cloaca even there. So Haolonggood, attention to detail, still rocking. And then you go down the tail. You see, like I said, it's still brown until it gets right to where it wants to begin to taper, and then it gets a solid color, kind of like that kind of grayish color that we saw at the bottom of the legs. And we're going to get more of the same on the other side there. The left leg stepping forward, looks nice. And you see the forelimb, and then of course the other side there with the head. Here's what I have designated as the female of the pair. And you see she's in a crouching position, and she has essentially the same color scheme, but the design is different. And yeah, I don't understand the whole they're both the same brown color. Maybe it's supposed to be that this version of them, they're both the same gender, and the other is supposed to be different genders. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. Either way, they both have the same more or less brownish hue, but they have different patterns along their bodies, and we'll check that out as we get closer up. Looking at our crouching or female or our Dilophosaurus, we'll just go with that. Basically, got the orange crest too. See, that's what I'm talking about. They both are sporting the orange crest. They're very, very similar. I just can't get past that, guys. Forgive me. But the detail is still there. The eyes white with the black pupil. Like I said, lipless, so the teeth are hanging out of the mouth. You can see the nostrils, pretty cool. the crest, the frontal view there, looking at him straight on, or her, or them, or it, or whatever pronouns they want to use right now. And you see what's going on down there. You've got the same spine, so they're very consistent with keeping the design of the animals, the same. I don't really see any type of dimorphism at all. So the only thing to me that would have differentiated would have been a color difference, and we don't get that with this set. But you see there, the color is there, the same color. We do have difference with the, look at the forearm. The forearm goes down and it turns a different, it's not a dark gray. It's almost that orange color that you have on the crest with the claws being black. So there's some difference right there. So yeah, something changed up right there. And on the rear, you do have the same, the striping going down, and then trying to get a good look at the hind limbs from the ankle down does get darker, and you do see the nails, the claws being painted there. On the top there, you see we don't have the striping going across the body vertical. These are, we have more horizontal striping going on there. And you got some patches, darker patches, and no real striping going down the tail, so to speak. It's spotting going on. And it does taper off into a darker color, similar to our standing or male, or once again, whatever you want to call it, Dilophosaurus. And then on the other side, the same thing. You get more of the same. And yeah, pretty nice. Once again, the jaw is not articulated. And that's what our crouching / female / choose your pronoun Dilophosaurus looks like. Now I've got both Dilophosaurus together, posed together, and this is where what I had mentioned at the beginning of the review, I am addressing that now. Once again, I want you to take a look at these poses that these respective models are in. One is crouching, one is standing / stepping. They're both kind of like looking up. If you see, you could see the standing Dilophosaur is its head is pointed slightly left, whereas slightly right, whereas the crouching Dilophosaurus is pointing its head slightly to the left. Now I want you to keep that in mind, and we'll be right back. This, my friends, is the Dilophosaurus couple statue diorama from Sideshow Collectibles from several years ago. Discontinued. They no longer make statues. This was from their Dinosauria line, the Dinosauria collection, and I have many of them. In fact, I'd be better served naming the ones I don't have than the ones I actually do. Talking about you, Dinosuchus, and you see what I'm talking about. Similar pose, only the standing Dilophosaur is looking towards its left, while the crouching is looking towards its right. And you see the looking up from the croucher. The walking Dilophosaurus is also looking up. So there's something about that looking up thing that is very similar. But you see the pose, and I could be wrong, and it could just be total coincidence, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Haolonggood based their couple off of this couple. So, yeah. And let's have a little bit of fun for a second, shall we? There, we've got both versions on screen right there. And you see what I'm saying? You understand where I'm getting my theory from? Very, very curious. Very curious. One thing I'll say about the statue, I don't know if you guys can tell from your angle. I think you'll be able to. But if you look at the standing Dilophosaur, you'll see, and then look at the crouching Dilophosaur. Once again, I'm talking about the statue, the Sideshow collectible statue. You could see the sexual dimorphism. The walking Dilophosaurus has a more pronounced, a larger crest than the crouching. So definitely male, female dynamic there. And as promised, our Dilophosaur human comparison, courtesy of our very own Ian Malcolm. As you could see, the size of a Dilophosaurus as it would appear if it were around human beings. So it may have only been 23 feet, but that's pretty substantial, as you can see. And I will reiterate, it was the largest predator in existence at that time. So wrapping this one up, guys, the Haolonggood Dilophosaurus couple, brown version, one standing / walking, the other crouching. Very, very nice set. As always, Haolonggood, they do the doggone thing. And very, very accurate we have here. Very nice. The even though this wasn't the set that I at least believed I ordered, I wanted the more colorful one. Still very nice indeed. I love the pose, and of course the pose does hold a certain allure for me, considering what we just saw when we compared with the Sideshow statues. And yeah, it looks very nice. The colorations of the crests look very nice. I do think that if Haolonggood was trying to portray a male-female couple, that they should have went with some kind of dimorphism, and they didn't. I mean, and the easiest one would have been crest size, larger on one or shorter on the other, which equals the same thing in reverse. But you know what I'm trying to say. That's about the only thing that I can find that could have been improved upon. Other than that, very nice. The scale is accurate. It does represent a 23-foot long animal or pair of animals, and you gotta love that. Yeah, very, very nice set. And Haolonggood is doing their thing. They are pumping them out, and they must have been hearing about the theropod thing, and because we've been getting some theropods lately. That's for sure. And whatever they come up with, I am definitely here for it. So pretty nice. I'm happy about this. They do have some other things coming down the pike. There is a Dinochirus where they actually teamed up with GR Toys, their old partners. For that one, we will be seeing that at some point, hopefully within a week or so. But until then, we will be happy with what we've got. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, please. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Tell a friend, share the video, and leave my comments in my comment section below. Give me some comments. What do you think about this pair? If you've seen an illustration of the other set, or you have it, let me know what you think about that. What do you think about Haolonggood in general? What do you think they're doing, how they're doing? Anything about the channel, about the subjects that we review, about me, whatever. If you want to be notified the next time I upload a video, hit that bell that's down there, and notified you shall be. So yeah, very nice set, guys. I'm enjoying it. It's very nice. I'm here for it. I hope you are too, and I hope you'll be back. I know I'll be. Take care.